Why do the attorneys yell out objection in court?
Let's say the prosecutor hears the defense attorney ask a question that he feels is inappropriate or inadmissible. That prosecutor will say objection, irrelevant, or objection, calls for hearsay. And there's reasons why they're objecting. The judge could either just sustain it, meaning he agrees with the prosecutor, or he can say overruled, meaning the defense attorney can go ahead and ask that question. Sometimes the judge will ask the defense counsel, what's the relevance here? Or what exception can this come in? Let's say he asks a question that calls for an answer, a verbal answer as to what was said. That calls for hearsay. But there are exceptions to the hearsay rule, and the defense attorney will have the opportunity to say, well, it goes to impeachment, Your Honor. And so that's one of the exceptions. And the judge will say, okay, overruled. And then let's the defense attorney ask the question. Well, the judge could rule just the opposite. No, I agree with the prosecutor. I sustain it and proceed or move on. So that's what happens when people object to each other's questions or to something that's happening in court. Another way of doing that is the attorney who's going to object say, objection, may we approach, so that the issue regarding the objection isn't discussed in the open where the jury can hear it. And the judge will say, okay, come forward. And sometimes the judge will push a button on the audio system that creates what's called white noise, a big buzz in the courtroom, and the jurors can't hear what's being said at the bench when the two attorneys approach. At the end of whatever discussion there is, the judge will push that button and clears away the what's called the white noise and rule. The objection is sustained or the objection is overruled. That's basically how objections are handled in court. Either the judge makes an immediate ruling, or the attorneys approach, or sometimes the judge will ask the person who's asking the question, what's the relevance or what's the exception, and the attorney has to respond. So it happens in various ways.